Well, we bring you all the experts here on Fieldsports Channel. And if you want to see them again and hear their words of wisdom, why not visit www.fieldsportschannel.tv and click on the big green friendly button, Your Sport, on the left. Now I'm with another expert. Abbey Burton is a London 2012 Olympic trap hopeful. She has her own shooting school here in Somerset, and she's here to tell me what's wrong with my shooting.
Well, where do we start?
Thanks, Abby.
No, I'm joking. Okay, what I'm going to teach you today is shooting gun down. Okay, this means obviously if you're in a field, you're not going to be there with a gun in your shoulder waiting for a bird to come over or a clay, you know.
You see people standing like that a lot, don't you? Do you actually see?
Yeah.
Have you seen people waiting in the field like that at a pheasant shoot?
I haven't, no, but I have seen a pheasant in the distance coming, and they're there ready for it straight away, which my arms would ache by the time that it approached the time of shooting.
It's a lot more relaxed, isn't it? And it's more classic.
Yeah, it's tradition, and it also doesn't ache your arms so much throughout the day, because guns could be quite heavy the further you go on.
But the problem is you've got to go from there to there.
Yes.
And from there, obviously, back down to there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the bit to learn.
Okay, Charlie, what we're going to do first of all is I'd like you to pop your glasses and your head protection on, okay, before we get started. I'm then going to go and grab our gun. We're going to come back and then I'm going to teach you through the procedures of shooting.
Fab. All right.
Okay. Gun's empty and perfectly safe at the moment.
Thank you.
Okay, this is one that we've used last week.
Very good.
Stance and foot position. Okay, you're going to stand so that you're going to actually be breaking the target roughly around about up there.
Okay.
Okay, so stand so that you're nice and comfortable.
Yep.
Hip distance apart. Okay, you don't want to be too wide. That's it. Good.
Yep.
Gun's perfectly empty. We're going to practice first of all without going live.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to close the gun for me so it's pointing down range. Pop it up into your shoulder pocket just so you get nice and comfortable. Good. I'm going to just release a target now.
Okay.
So it's coming from over the back of that bank just there. All you're going to do is just follow it with the end of the gun. Just follow it up to the top, and that's where you're going to pull the trigger.
Okay.
Okay. Gun now comes out of your shoulder. Lever across. Pull the front down. I'll make sure I catch cartridges so that they don't come flying out.
Highly trained later as well.
Okay,
Fantastic.
that's right, there we go. Just don't shut my fingers in it as I go to get them, okay? No, that's fine. Right, now what we're going to practice is actually shooting with the gun down.
Okay.
All right. Starting here, you're going to close the gun for me so it's pointing down range. So close it up. You're actually going to start with the gun here.
Ah.
So the gun's perfectly up in the air, so if that was to go off now,
Yep.
it's not going to harm anything or any earthworms down below. Okay? As the clay appears over the bank, you want your bead so that you can see it coming. If you have your gun too high, it becomes an obstruction.
Okay.
Okay, so just make sure that you can see the clay appear over the top of this barrel. Okay? As the clay comes out now, you're going to practice mounting the gun. Now this front hand pushes up to the target, just like you're pointing at it, okay? Yep. It's going to come up into your shoulder. You're still following the target at this point.
Okay.
As it reaches its peak, that's your cue to pull the trigger.
Bang.
If you want to, do you want to practice that one with the live one?
Can I go again?
Yeah, of course you can.
Right.
So start here with the gun.
Yep.
Here comes the clay. Onto the clay, move with it,
Bang.
bang. Lovely.
Lovely. I missed
Okay,
that one, actually.
and then lever across and unload.
Well done. And you're there to catch them. Fantastic.
And I'm there to catch them. Okay?
Right.
As you see its peak, I'd like you to just shoot the bottom right-hand corner.
Okay.
Okay.
The leg underneath.
The legs, that's it.
Right.
Okay, close the gun.
You're going to tell me when to shoot.
I'm going to tell you when to shoot. So start by the hip, gun not too high.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, here it comes. Lock onto the target, move. Okay, you're still over the top.
Yes.
So this time you're going to,
don't
that's
get cross.
okay, at least you're consistently somewhere, yeah?
Good.
Move with it, bottom right, go. Brilliant.
Good.
That's it, gun down, lever across and unload.
Fish it. Fantastic.
Brilliant. Gun mount was lovely, you were on it, you pulled to the right hand side, the result being a kill.
Because when we're watching you shoot, I mean, you have your cheek buried right into it, and
Yes, I do, yeah. Everybody has different styles for different things. Because I shoot a lot of trap, it's designed as a very, you've got a stationary stance and you're shooting birds that are within 45 degrees. So as long as you're locked in and stay, you know, nice and stable and well balanced, that is the main stance for a trap shooter.
But that won't necessarily work for pheasants.
Won't necessarily work for, I mean, sporting shooters are different as well.
Yep.
They're designed that the gun should just touch the cheek and should come in line perfectly. If you actually watch me shoot game and shoot trap, I have actually two very different styles.
So if you have a bad pheasant day, that doesn't mean to say you're not going to have any chance at the Olympics. That's different. Okay. You see, it's great for someone like me to be able to talk about advanced shooting with a potential Olympic shot.
Yeah, no, I hope to be. And yeah, no, it's one of my dreams, and I think, you know, hopefully it'll come true.
Oh, you'll get there. Brilliant, Abby. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.